Hi, my name's James Musgrove, and I'm the chair of the Unilateral Conduct Committee of the section of Antitrust Law. As some of you know, a few years ago, the committee changed its name from the Section 2 Committee to the Unilateral Conduct Committee, and that was an intentional switch for a couple of reasons. One of which is that the subject matter the committee considers is broader than just Section 2 of the Sherman Act, but more importantly because Section 2 was a very U.S.-centric name, and the committee has international ambitions. So we seek to be the repository of thinking, consideration of unilateral conduct issues in the whole competition law world, not just the United States. Well, our committee is working on a number of projects now, as are many of the committees, of course. We've got a treatise on monopsony that we're launching, which is going to be a major undertaking for us. But we've got a lot of spring meeting proposals in the hopper. We've got our series, World Monopolies, which we're continuing this year, plus we've got a number of standalone committee programs, all of which are going to take a fair bit of effort, and all of which provide opportunities to collaborate and work with people and to network through that process. Now, the spring meeting, which you asked about, is one of the highlights of the year. Frankly, it's the world of antitrust coming together in one place, and it provides substantive educational opportunities, of course, but frankly, it provides an occasion to meet with your colleagues, whether they're the colleagues from around the block or around the world. Frankly, I meet with some of my colleagues from Toronto more often at ABA gatherings than I do in my own city, because that's the way the world works. But you're gathered together to talk about issues of mutual interest and have a glass of wine or two. You know, it's a great occasion to catch up with people and with ideas. Getting involved in the committee's work is a bit of a mystery for many people, and so I'm glad that you asked how do you do that. And frankly, the very best way is to join in on our town halls, which we have 3 times a year, hear what we're thinking of, and then get in touch with either a chair or vice chair of the committee and say, look, I'm interested in this thing that you've got going. Here's what I can contribute. And believe me, our committee, and I'm sure almost any of the committees, if someone comes forward with enthusiasm on a particular project, they're in. They'll be working on that project because we're always looking for enthusiastic people. I mean, with regard to the section's international programming, I think this is a terrific initiative, which I can only applaud. I had the privilege of attending and speaking in India last year, which was a magnificent experience, and I hope I have more occasions over the coming years. But the outreach that the section does through its various types of programming, you know, teleseminars, committee programs, etc., is great. But actually being on the ground, being present, meeting people, sharing ideas and coffee breaks, as well as formally through programming, you know, there's no substitute for it, and I think it's a fantastic development for the section. That brings me to my proposal to you today. I'm an international competition law lawyer. I'm not an American lawyer, but I find that participation in this section, and in particular in the Unilateral Conduct Committee, helps me in my Canadian practice. And I suspect that you will find, or will, and have found, that participation in the committee will help you in your practice, whether it's in Europe, Asia, South America, or wherever. So please join the Unilateral Conduct Committee. It's easy. Go on the website, follow it to the committee page, insert your ABA number, and it's simple. Or if you're having trouble, call Cassandra Williams at the ABA and she will walk you through it. Your committee needs you and you need your committee. Please join today.